After many successful years, also in 2023 we are going to continue with selling Windows 10 and 11 Pro retail keys. Get yours for $12.50 only. Click the link in the video description if you would like to purchase one. This video is for you if you love Skyrim, if you have played the game for 12 plus years now, and maybe have dreamt of being in the world of Skyrim, have dreamt of being actually in the real world fighting against the creatures there. Maybe you've dreamt about the girls like Serana, maybe you've dreamt about being a powerful mage, a powerful archer, maybe you had nightmares about the game. Well, you can actually be in the real world of Skyrim. You actually can have the feeling of being in the real world of Skyrim. How? With Skyrim VR. And I every year keep promoting this because people shouldn't miss out on this. You should experience Skyrim VR by being in this world of VR, really interacting with everyone, everything, really fight with your hands, with your own hands. And that's possible in a fully modded Skyrim VR. So for 2-3 years I did develop my own mod list for Skyrim VR when it comes to graphics for Skyrim VR specific mods. And I had tons of fun developing that, releasing it, but it wasn't perfect, performance wasn't really great, and it had some flaws as well. But I've decided to step down developing my own mod list because now this super amazing mod list has been released by AAA PCVR. He did also release it for Fallout 4 VR, but also, perhaps even more important, Skyrim VR. And he's also known as Hitmonte on Nexus mods, but AAA PCVR did such an amazing job by creating this mod list. It is, like I said, an all-in-one Wabbajack auto installer as well, but there are almost no manual steps needed. Just some config things in Mod Organizer 2 for your own specific system and for your own taste. And then it's good to go. So even while this is the best the best Skyrim VR mod list out there, it also comes with a very easy to set up Wabbajack. So what else do you want? I mean, if you have a VR headset, you have Skyrim VR, download this mod list, check it for yourself, because this is definitely something you want. Only downside maybe a little bit is that you really need a modern PC, so at least an RTX 3070 or higher, guys, nowadays is really needed for this. But if you have that, test it, because being in the world of Skyrim is an experience you should really experience for yourself. Anyway, enough talk. I'm going to jump into VR myself to show you how amazing this looks. And I'm going to use my in-game Oculus Quest 2 microphone, so if that sounds a little bit poorer quality, I apologize for that, but enjoy the rest of this video in virtual reality. Hello and welcome in 2023 Skyrim VR, welcome in virtual reality. We are here once again, this time in 2023 in VR, because Skyrim VR is something that I keep telling every year. Is something you guys have to experience for yourself, because if you love Skyrim, then Skyrim VR is the most awesome immersive experience you guys can have, because you are literally in the world of Skyrim in virtual reality. How does virtual reality work? Let's start with that. I currently have an Oculus Quest 2 headset on top of my head, and I have these two hand controllers. So what those do is they track my hand movement, so as you can see here. But also they track, an example, if I use my index finger or my thumb, they can register that, those controllers can register that. And yeah, if I look around, an example, the ceiling here for me literally looks like 3 meters high. It gives me really the feeling that I am standing in this world. Especially since tracking is so perfect nowadays, it is literally a one-to-one experience when it comes to like motion and looking around. I can like literally walk, crouch, look underneath that counter. That works perfectly fine. So how do we move in VR? Well, I can literally walk in my bedroom where I have this setup for my VR headset. But yeah, since my bedroom is not as large as the entire world of Skyrim is, I can use an alternative way to move, an example, my thumbstick on my controller, and that allows me to walk forward. And I can adjust speed the same way I can do with the regular Xbox controller. So With that pretty much covers everything when it comes to movement and getting along in the world of Skyrim, you know, maneuver, do things, interact with stuff, those kind of things. So how do we interact with items, an example? Well, normally, you know, if you play Skyrim, you have to like look at the item, press a key to pick it up. In VR, that's a little bit different because I can literally pick this potion up like we can in the real world. So also with my left hand, I can literally pick this potion up. So I can put it in my backpack or drink it directly, but that would be considered stealing since we are in a shop. So I'm going to put those back for now. But yeah, everything interacts with this fully modded Skyrim VR, because Skyrim VR vanilla without mods is really a piece of crap that Bethesda did release. But hey, at least they provided a framework for a wonderful mod list like this. So I can put an example of potion here in this nice little ball, and yeah, the world of Skyrim just is fully interactive in VR, and you can do pretty much anything you could do in real life, which is absolutely amazing. So when it comes to mods, first of all, you have plenty of graphic mods, even EMBs, but also high texture mods. Most weather mods nowadays work or have an adjusted VR version to work in VR. So pretty much all the mods you ever dreamt of can be used in Skyrim VR. But what really sets Skyrim VR aside are the following 3 mods. The first one is VRIC, and that gives me like this virtual body, which I can use, a virtual avatar. And the regular vanilla Skyrim VR only comes with these 2 stupid little hand controllers. But Skyrim VR modded with VRIC comes with this avatar, so I can fully see my body here. And also here with the shadow as I can wave. That looks really cool and also really immersive. So that's one thing. And then we have Higgs, which is like hand control. You know, they can do this, but we also can do this, an example. So I can interact with the world. An example, if I want to pick up this helmet, I can grab it by its horn, as you can see, and turn around, look at it. The shadow will be casted as it would with a normal item. As you can see, really cool. Super realistic. And I can put it here. And one last thing which is really convenient is I can, if you played Half-Life Alyx, you know these gravity gloves. And
show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius.
Mouth, please. I can pick up things from a distance. So, an example, if I want to pick up one of these cups, can I aim at it, please? Come on, you can do it. Why is it always? Yeah, okay. So I can like use the Half-Life gravity gloves to pick things up from a distance, and you know that makes things to play a lot more convenient in Skyrim VR, because then you don't have to like run up to close to an item to pick it up. You can also pick it up from a distance. So let me try to pick something up before, everything gets like fully distorted. So an example, this sword. Boom, there we have it. So I can pick it up, inspect it, really cool, and I can just throw it away just like it is. The last one is Blank, which allows me to have interaction with NPCs, like grab them. An example, with this guy, I can try to shake his hand if he allows me to do that.
The sooner you find the claw, the sooner our lives can get... Hey!
Nice to meet you. Relax, I'm
what
just
are you doing that for?
So I can do that. But also, if my NPC allows it, I can grab her hand and drag her with me. Like if she is like shopping too long. But what's really amazing with this, an example, I can look into her eyes like this, and
I'm right behind you.
The reflection, you know, in her eyes. I keep saying this. If you look at NPCs up close, they really feel
I've got your back.
Super realistic to look at. It's literally like she's standing right in front of me, and that's so insane. And with
I'm right
the
behind
Blank mod, you can like inspect NPCs, inspect armors they're wearing. But also, yeah, convenient things like dragging her with me. If she doesn't want to come with me, I can just grab her arm and we can go on an adventure. So let's leave the shop, because I'm going to show you how... Okay, that was a little bit of a weird animation from the NPC. But anyway, we can check outside how the world outside looks, because wow, this is just something you have to see in VR. And I keep telling that those mountains over there, an example, they look so realistic and they look so huge. And especially there with the clouds. Oh, I keep bumping into my lamp here. I'm in the stupid living room. The graphics look so cool in VR when modded. You know, it's not comparable with the vanilla Skyrim VR. You really have to experience this for yourself. So really, really insane. Also interaction with NPCs, an example.
Right behind you.
She also looks so realistic. If I look at her, you know, if I look in her eyes, it's literally like she's standing there.
Here.
And with the Quest 3 coming, I'm really looking forward to that because it means I can experience it with even better graphics. So how does combat work? An example, I currently have a sword and shield equipped, so I can like literally block attacks by holding my shield forward, and I can literally like stab and slash like I could do in real life. So you can do pretty much anything you want in real life. An example, if an archer would shoot at me, I can hold up my shield and then I can like sprint at him and slash him.
Don't do that.
So yeah, that's really, really cool. And I would say, you know, you have things like archery as well, but I've done that before, I've shown that before. I think today would be the best to just show melee combat, and so you guys have a little bit of an idea how that looks. For the rest in this mod list, there is a wonderful selection of outdoor mods. An example, you have 3D rocks and plants, and these 3D rocks look super realistic. They look like photo scanned, and especially in VR up close, they look like real rocks. The same for plants and those logs and those trees, because a great selection has been made with grass and 3 mods. I have seen that Volkvanger has been installed, and that is the grass mod you definitely want. The tree mod I normally use to use origins of forest for the plants and trees, and regarding the real trees I use the Overhaul mod, but I'm not sure which mod the author used, but the composition of everything looks really nice. And I'm not going to change that because, an example, lots have also been created with Dindolot by the author. And yeah, it just looks so good, you know. And I don't want to, like, accidentally change these mods again. And, you know, just let it as it is because it really looks great. Especially the mountains over there with the Majestic Mountains mod and that mountain fog. You can really, like in VR, you know, just hang here over this, this little stone wall and just enjoy the view. You know, you can like literally sit down and enjoy the wonderful world of Skyrim in Skyrim VR. Really, really, really insane. Absolutely something you have to see for yourself. Anyway, we're going to find some enemies, and I would already like to start pointing out that VR combat in melee, so ranged, an example, you can like shoot a bow and arrow, that's easy, or ranged with magic, you know, that's also good, but melee combat in VR is super intense, and the reason for that is that if an enemy jumps in your face, it really feels like it is literally jumping in your face. So, an example, skeevers or wolves, those kind of enemies, you know, that's really no fun playing in melee. But anyway, because I love you guys, I'm going to show that to you anyway, how combat will look in melee. But wow, look at this environment, at the weather, the clouds, the trees here. It literally feels like I'm walking in a forest, you know, like a real forest. And this looks so realistic that it is insane to think that this is actually Skyrim. You know, we can play any quest and do anything, any NPC, any interaction we always have done in the world of Skyrim, the regular Skyrim, Skyrim Special Edition, Anniversary Edition. We can do it now in VR. We can literally be in this world, and that is something you really have to check for yourself. Okay, I can hear the wolves, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful if they're going to attack me. Do they see me? Because I don't see any wolves yet. There they are. I hear them. Okay, that was intense, but Serana, or Selena I should say, has taken care of that. So I know in this mine we're going to meet.
Look at that.
There is also a guy going to attack me, so I'm going to try to block his attack. Or I should attack him.
Are you looking?
Okay, let's charge at him. Okay, anyone else? Or are we good? Oh, she got an arrow in the leg. And in her chest, it seems. Be careful. But wow, you know, she looks so amazing in these lighter conditions. You know, you can literally look into her eyes, see her face, and it's so very detailed that it is
Still here.
really, really amazing. Really something you should experience for yourself. Anyway, we need to go into the mine.
I'm right behind you.
So yeah, let's see what we're going to find there. Anyway, let's stab this guy to make sure he's dead. And what's cool is, an example, I can like pick him up and inspect him, you know. That's really weird that you can like pick up this corpse and his face looks also pretty realistic. So it's, yeah, you can do so much in Skyrim VR, you know, that it is really a different experience than the monitor experience. You are literally in the world of Skyrim VR, and I keep saying this is very intense. Okay, the audio is a little bit loud, so I'm going to lower it. Or maybe the ambience. Let's see. Ambience is very loud. Yeah, because I know this, I'm currently using the microphone from Oculus Quest, and I know it isn't that loud as my professional mic, so for that I have to lower the volume around. So, alright, let's see. Oh yeah. There's a trap going off here. I could have remembered that. Let's pick these things. Alright, so let's see. Let's fight these guys. So I can block the attacks. Okay. Wow, look at the lighting effects from our fire spells. Really shows the high quality textures. But anyway, was that all the enemies? I guess so then. Okay. That's fine. Alright, let's see. Because I've done this dungeon many times, but alright. Okay. Ah, there is another guy. Seems okay. We need to attack him, Solana. Oh, block the arrow. Thank you very much. Make sure she's dead. So also with her, I can like pick her up, inspect her face, and then we can. Oh, there are more of them. Alright, with this guy then, I can like pick him up and throw him into the water. Oh, yeah, just like that. Alright, you're doing a good job, really, and your face looks beautiful in your own light and in the campfire light. As you can see, it really shows the details in her skin and her face, you know, and yeah, it's really a unique experience if you are in virtual reality to experience it like this. So absolutely recommend it to try it. Let's see, what is this? That's a great sword. Okay. Okay, I can do that also. Alright, so let's open the bridge. And I know some guys will charge from here, so let's wait for them. Alright, come on. So let's try to block its attack and then counter attack. Yeah. Good try, guys, but you failed. So let's pick him up. Let's throw him off the ridge. Same for this guy. Oh, okay. I didn't meant to do that. Alright, so let's see. Because there are more enemies here. An example, I see that guy over there, which I knew he is here. Let's see, are we still recording? I need to check my monitors. Yeah, okay, we're still recording, that's a good thing. Let's try to get this guy. He was too slow. Can we open this? Ah, I don't have any lockpicks yet. I just started a test character, you know, did add some skills and yeah, just start jumping here. But wow, this looks really cool that she has these fire spells and the reflection of her high quality skin is really, really awesome. So, alright, let's continue because there are more guys here. Where is he? Here.
Last mistake, you stupid.
Stupid Khajiit. You failed. Alright.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yep. It is, right? But there are more enemies, so be careful.
Huh?
Like there. Archers. Let's run towards them. I thought there was a guy also here sitting, or not?
Over here.
Any others? Wah, 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 wah. You failed. Oh. Let's try to throw him. Why can I not pick him up? Okay, for some reason he is. Nah. Oh, he's stuck with his feet. Okay. That's fine. So yeah, if that's all the guys, that's a little bit of an example how Skyrim VR combat works in a dungeon. So yeah, really, really immersive, really cool stuff. And if you have like a Quest 2, you know, it can be picked up relatively cheap, but the Quest 3 is coming, but or maybe you want to have something like a Pico or HTC Vive if you can get it cheap secondhand. It all are great PCVR headsets to work with Skyrim VR. However, I should say the Quest 2, an example, supports wireless VR. If you have a good router, an example, yeah, you could try it wirelessly and then you can pretty much play it for anywhere in your house, at least if your internet connection is good. And the Quest 2 is one of the cheaper headsets, but you might want to wait a little bit longer for the Quest 3. So, here an example, we have some loot. I can like pick up these coins and, oh, I have been hit by arrows, and put them in my backpack. So, these nice little gems. We can all just loot it like traditionally like this, but I can also immersively pick it up, put it in my backpack, you know. Pretty funny. Oh, I want to pick up this bag. So what's cool also here in this coin bag is you can literally see, can look inside of it, you know. Those kind of things really makes it immersive. And I can use the remote stuff to pick these items up. So hopefully you have a little bit of an idea what you can expect in Skyrim in 2023, Skyrim VR 2023. It is such an awesome, amazing, immersive experience that you really have to try it for yourself. And for the rest, I will make sure to include a link in the video description. And yeah, you know, there are some instructions for this Wabbajack, so this all-in-one auto installer which you can follow. But for the rest, yeah, it's just read the instructions. But if you like, I can create like a tutorial video on how to install it and also how to configure things if you guys don't want to read instructions, because I know it's not a lot of people's favorite things to do, reading things. So maybe I can create a video of this, but for now I'm really having a lot of fun again with the Skyrim VR mod list. And once the Quest 3 comes out, I'm going to like lock myself up in my room for a couple of weeks so I can play Skyrim VR. So thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and hope to see you at one of my next videos while I pick up these heavy blocks and start juggling with them and failing at them. Oh, okay, I can like pick the arrow out of my body. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys at the next video. Take care, bye bye.